thing. All right. So today I'm going to share with you why Warren Buffett buying Japanese stock, which a lot of people asking me. So that's why I do some research and then I present it to every one of you. Okay. And to be, for your information, Japanese stock currently they are trading at a new high. Okay. So Japanese stock this year, they are trading at new high. Okay. Last year was Singapore stock was the best performing stock Singapore. So this year, Japanese followed by US. OK， 所以为什么这个巴菲特会去买这个日本的股票？很多人问我了哈，所以我花了很多时间来找出答案，所以让你们知道一下。所以我是希望说这个东西虽然你们现在上这个免费的研讨会，其实我花了很多时间去找出这个资料对你们有益的所以 that's why 我希望说如果你有跟我们开户口的话，希望说你可以跟我们 trade 就是说这个是一个力量来的不然的话我越讲越没有力当然如果你就是说如果有跟我们开户口的话请用我们的户口trade 好不好 ？So why Warren Buffett buy Japanese stock is because they want to borrow Japanese yen, all right, and to buy Japanese stock, right? So this is a very smart move, okay, and it's very extraordinary strategy, all right? So we can see that Warren Buffett have issued through their company, okay, his company called Berkshire Hathaway, right? So through his company, he has issued 4 bonds in Japanese yen, all right, in 2019 and 2022 and 2023 and 2022 and 2023, right? So he used his company name to issue Japanese yen bond, all right? So this is how he took money, right, from the investor. So that means he don't come out any single cent. He don't use his US dollar to convert to Japanese yen, all right? Because Japanese yen, if you see right now, is still depreciate. So he don't have any risk with regards to the currency exchange because he don't use USD to convert to Japanese yen. He actually borrow Japanese yen from Japanese people, okay? He borrowed Japanese yen from Japanese people, all right? So this is one of the reasons, okay? And then if you look at Japanese saving account, okay? If you go to Japan, you open saving account, right? In fact, there is no interest in the Japanese saving account, but instead, okay, the interest is a negative interest, all right? So 在日本如果你开这个 saving 户口的话，其实它是负利率来的negative interest 所以之前我有讲到这个 Warren Buffett 为什么他会买这个日本股票呢？因为他通过他自己的公司来发这个债券其实他本身没有出到1分钱来买这个日本股票，他也没有用到他的美元换去日元，他也是没有用到他的美元他是用别人的钱来买日本股票，这个是最高境界的啦所以我今天要跟大家分享希望说你们可以听清楚，尤其是你们做生意的这个是非常就是说管用的因为做生意现在生意难做所以你可以看到巴菲特是怎样用别人的钱来赚取更多的钱，所以你要向他学习 ，OK？ So Japanese saving account is a negative interest. Okay, why? Okay, it's because Japanese company they want to promote spending, they want to promote investment, they also want to promote borrowing. All right, because why? Because Japanese economic has been stagnant for many years due to the what we call that the Plaza contract that they had signed in 1980 through U.S. government, and since then their economic tumble until last year. And then recently, okay, the Japanese stock market shot up in new high, so that's why they catch a lot of attention. Okay, so why there is a negative interest is because the Japanese economic has been stagnant for many years. So because of this, okay, they want to promote borrowing, spending, and investment. They want the people of Japanese to spend money, don't keep the money. So that's why what we call it, the Japanese saving bank account is negative interest. Okay, and secondly is that Japanese government bond yield is very low. Okay, 所以你可以想象这个日本政府的债券它的interest 它的利率是非常低的。OK， 所以如果是3个月的bond 呢，3个月的是negative。OK， 1 year also negative interest。OK， if you look at the 30 years, okay, it's 1.27 interest only. So the interest rate in what we call that for bond in Japan is very low, all right, as compared to other countries. Okay, as compared to other countries. So that's why it actually catch the attention of this Warren Buffett. 所以如果你是在这个日本要买这个日本政府的债券它的 interest 是非常低的不像新加坡这样高你可以看到2年的日本政府的债券是 negative 的 ，OK， and then 5年的日本政府的债券才 0.074 ，OK， 所以你可以看到很多日本人他是不会收钱，他是花钱的，所以如果你有在日本公司做工的话，你就会知道了and so that is why, okay, Warren Buffett, okay, issued the bond, okay, and the coupon that he give is 1.135, which is, okay, higher than the Japanese government bond. Okay, the Japanese government bond is only 0.074 for 5-year notes, and Warren Buffett issued the bond through his company for 5-year note is 1.135. So that is why it actually attract a lot of the Japan or Japanese investor to buy the bond from Warren Buffett because he give more interest rate, okay, and his interest rate is definitely higher, okay, than the Japanese government bond. Okay, so that's why a lot of people are buying the Warren Buffett Japanese yen bond. So with that, okay, Warren Buffett has a lot of money that he actually borrowed from the Japanese people. Okay, then after that, what he does, okay, he go and buy the Japanese stock. So these are the 5 Japanese stock that he is buying. Okay, so these are the stock that he's buying, and recently he actually added the 7.4% in these 5 Japanese company. 所以这个是他就是说他发了这个日元的债券就是跟日本人借了钱他不用用自己的钱嘛他有了日元他就去买这个日本公司的股票这个就是5大公司他在买出的 OK， 所以最近的话他也是在加仓他其实看好这个日本的市场所以他加仓，所以他继续的就是说借钱跟日本人借钱，就是一次发这个债券，然后跟日本借钱，然后他就拿这个钱来加仓这些股票。他之前在2019年的时候他已经买了的，其实他买加仓其实有差不多4次 ，OK。So he actually at the position, if I'm not wrong, around 4 times because he has issued 4 Japanese bond. Okay, so basically with that Japanese yen that he have, he actually add position into this stock. All right. So next thing, OK， 接下来就是比较有趣的你可以看到就是你可以想象吗？所以他可以找这个日本公司的股票他买这些股票其实他的 dividend 在日本是算很高的，所以你可以看到这个5家日本公司它的 dividend 是超过3%的。OK， so if you look at the Japanese stock that Warren Buffett has bought, right, the dividend is actually more than 3%. Okay, it's actually more than 3%. Okay, and in average, right, with this 5 company actually give him the dividend yield average in average is around 3.51. Okay, 3.51%. So if you are the people who are what we call that can process very fast, you already get the answer why Warren Buffett is doing this way, why Warren Buffett is buying the Japanese stocks. Okay, so if you do the calculation, okay, so right now, okay, the dividend stock actually give him 3.51%. All right, so he get the dividend, okay, pay out from the Japanese company 3.51, and he got to pay the bond coupon 1.135. Okay, 1.135. So that means he borrowed the money from Japanese people and then he paid the coupon, okay, 1.135, okay, to the Japanese people, but he don't use his money to pay. He used the Japanese stock dividend to pay the bond buyer. Okay, you get what I mean? So that means he don't come out any single money, all right? 所以这个是最高境界所以他发了这个债券他给人他就拿到日元嘛，他拿了日元的话，他要给这个债券那些债券的人买债券的人1.135%，可是他不用自己的钱来发这个dividend 或者是1.153%，他是拿了这个他去买这个日本公司的 dividend 有发这个3.5%嘛，所以你可以看到这个是最高境界的人做法。So if you look at the calculations, he got the dividend 3.51%, and then you minus off the dividend, the coupon, okay, the bond yield that he need to pay other people, okay, which is 1.135%, okay. So net he's still collecting 2.73% dividend. All right. So having said that, okay, he don't use his single money, all right, to buy the Japanese stock. He also don't use his money to pay the bond coupon. What he does is that he borrow money from Japanese people and then he get the dividend payout 3.51%, and then after that he used the dividend payout to pay the bond buyer. The interest, okay, is only 1.135%, and net, okay, he still collect 2.73% dividend. Okay, what about the stock price? Okay, so if plus the stock price is actually appreciate, okay, because why? The stock price is in the new high in Japanese. Okay, so what you can learn from here, okay, what you can learn from here, okay, the summary is, all right, knowledge is important 这个告诉我们说这个技能或者是技巧这个经验是非常重要了你要继续的学习，不断的学习你可以看到Warren Buffett其实是90岁我相信你们这边应该是有些是40岁、30岁、50、60有些你们还想不想还有在想不想学习，认为自己已经老了。你要知道说我们人就是说就是要学到老所以这个经验是非常重要。为什么呢？因为世界在改变，所以如果你没有改变的话你很难在这个股市赚钱。So knowledge is important. That's why I say, all right. So that's why Warren Buffett still learning, and then he implement what he has learned, all right? And by using other people money to buy the Japanese stock, and then at the end of the day, he no need to pay any money, to the Japanese investor. He used the dividend payout to pay the bond buyer. So, like what I mentioned, he's a great man, a great businessman, and he also a great stock investor. Right. So this is what I want to share with every one of you. I hope that you know what he's trying to do. But the next thing is that people ask me, can buy Japanese stock or not? You can actually, if you have Pohim account, you can buy the Japanese stock. All right. So this is the code number. But remember, there is a currency risk, okay? Because you need to convert your Sing dollar or US dollar to Japanese yen. But for Warren Buffett, he no need to convert any money. So in terms of the currency risk, he don't have the currency risk actually, but you have the currency risk. So if you do the comparison, okay? 所以很多人就问我，诶，他可以买这个日本股票嘛？哦，其实你们是可以买的 ，OK？ 你可以通过这个 Bohem 也是可以买的，但是这个汇率这个 exchange rate 的话，你要考虑到这个日元它其实是一直贬值了一直贬值 ，OK？ 所以如果你问我个人问我的话，你不喜欢日元的话 ，then 你就不要去买日本股票。所以如果你收这个新币会比较好啦，或者是买美国公司的股票也是会比较好 ，all right？ 当然，如果你觉得这个日元已经低了，有些人他会看，如果这个日元已经低了，有可能这个日元的话改次会反弹。then 你就可以考虑了So it depends on individuals, all right? But as of now, Japanese yen is depreciate, right, against Singapore dollar, okay? So if you think that Japanese yen may rebound one day, then you can consider okay, to buy the Japanese stocks, all right? But it's all depends on individual, okay? Remember, if you keep Japanese yen, there is a negative interest, all right? So in case you buy Japanese stock and then you sold, okay, make sure you convert your Japanese yen back to Sing dollar, all right? 不然的话，你的户口会有这个 negative interest. Okay, I repeat again, all right? If you intend to buy Japanese stock, all right, number one, okay, you have to understand the currency risk, okay? As of now, Japanese yen against Sing dollar is depreciate, all right? But if you think that maybe in long term Japanese yen may appreciate, then you can consider to buy Japanese stock. But however, if you bought Japanese stock and then one day you sold, okay, please don't keep Japanese yen because Japanese yen has negative interest, 负利率不可以收这个日元啊，因为如果你收这个日元的话，它是负利率然后我的意思是说，如果你有买日本的公司的股票，然后有一天你卖了过后，记得把这个日元换回去新币，好不好？不然的话，它会在这个户口里面扣你的钱是0.18%负利率They call it negative interest, right? So just take note, okay? So like what I mentioned, it's a very interesting, strategy that implement or using by the Warren Buffett 啦。So that's why 我们称他是股神没有用自己的钱，可是用别人的钱来赚更多的钱。你了解吗？所以如果你们是生意人的话你们可以考虑这个就是说可以考虑这个strategy 了。但是你本身的公司你的公司要 经营好来了哈，因为他的公司已经有名声了。Alright, reputation is very important. Alright, Warren Buffett company, the reputations is very good, so that's why he can issue bond and borrow money from the Japanese people. Alright, so that's why reputation from your company is very important. In the event that you want to do some business with other people, your reputation of your company is important. All right, so this is what I learned from Warren Buffett. Okay, this is what I learned from Warren Buffett. I hope you learned something new today. Right, and before I go further, all right, let me share with you the mastering price actions. All right, and this mastering price action cost, right, as of now still up to 70% subsidy, and remaining 30% you can claim using your skill future. So if you can claim using your skill future and remaining 70% is under IBF subsidy, you can attend this course for free to learn about what is price action. And I want to thank Siemens, okay? Basically, he gave me a very good testimonial, and he attended the course, I think, last year. Actually, this course actually helped him to improve the win rate, all right? Make far more profit in the share trading. Okay, so this is important because price action allowed you to buy near the bottom, and price action also, okay, help you to identify just before the price begin to move. So the intention of the price action is that we don't want to buy the stock that is not moving. We want to buy the stock that just begin to move, because every one of us, our money is limited. 所以我想在这里提醒大家的话，这个 Mastering Price Action 的课程就是说现在还有70%的 subsidy，OK， 另外30%的话，你可以用 Skill Future。所以如果你可以用到 Skill Future， 还有这个70%的 subsidy 的话，你其实上了这个 Price Action 的课程是免费的。Alright， 所以不要错过这个机会，因为这个 subsidy 不是永久的，政府会拿回，还有你的 Skill Future， 如果你没有用的话，政府也是会拿回不然你就把这个 Skill Future 来上这个比较好的课程了So I also want to thank Xuan Man. Okay, Xuan Man is very supportive. I know I actually read through the comment, and I know that Xuan Man, I want to thank you. If you are in front of this screen, you are very supportive. Okay, and Xuan Man also mentioned that he has attended the price action course last year and benefited a lot, and his trading winning on stock improved twofold. Okay, twofold mean double all right. So he actually recommend this course to every one of you. Like what I mentioned, if you know anyone of your friend, family member, your colleague who are still losing money in the stock market, who are still what we call that, struggling in the stock market, why not? Okay, you send this information to them, or you can send the what we call that, the link to them, all right, so that they can attend and learn together with you to improve their portfolio, all right, because this opportunity is rare. Okay, if you compare with other class, other people, they are selling 4,000 to 5,000, cash. Okay, but what they are teaching is the same concept, which is a technical analysis. But what I teach is that not just technical analysis, I also teach about market rotation. You must choose the right stock is very important, so that you can apply the price action strategy. 所以这个课程的话是非常值得了。为什么呢？因为如果你去外面的话外面你要上一样的课程你要给5000块或者是4000块当然他们教的东西是一样的，可是我这边教的东西是不一样，因为我会跟你说，会教你怎样找对的股票总而言之，找对的股票然后用这个 price action 来找出这个买入的价位或者是卖出的价位 OK 好不好 So next thing we take a look the index performance OK performance all right so we have STI index and then followed by Hong Kong index, and followed by S&P 500, and then followed by Nasdaq. All right, so there are three, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 index performance. Okay, so let us take a look. All right. So Straits Time Index, all right. So Straits Time Index is actually moving sideways. OK， 所以这个孩子的话，其实它是在走横盘的这个状况了哈。虽然它是有大起大落 ，OK， 大起大落，所以到目前为止哈会是比较弱的状况。All right, so as of now, SDI index is pretty weak. Okay, you can see that the price is still hovering near the support level. Okay, 3,000 somewhere 3,163. Right. And why is that? So why Singapore market is weak? The answer is very simple, because US market is bull run. Okay, US market is bull run. So we can see that the money has flowed into the US market. And even though the professional trader, they also move to the US market. All right, so this is what we call that a simple way of understanding. Last year, Singapore market was the best market. Okay, everyone make good money in Singapore market. So we can see that begin this year, investor begin to sell, take profit, right? And then they move some of their money into the US market. All right, so that's why Singapore market is not really moving. And the other reason is because Singapore market, okay, because the bank stock is dropping, okay, bank stock is selling, bank stock is having a correction right now. 所以另外一个原因就是新加坡的银行股票现在是在调整中了哦，因为很多这个大户卖出这个银行的股票，有可能他们看到接下来6个月过后或者是在这个6个月里面，美国的利率将会就是说停止调高哦，这个是他们的预测了哦。通常他们的预测就是会有可能会在这个今年尾或者是明年头 ，OK， 所以当他们预测到的过后，他们就不会去买进这个银行的股票。当然，虽然我这样说的话，并不代表说新加坡银行不好啊。新加坡银行是全世界最优秀的公司哦。如果你买在低点的话，你不用担心了哦。所以我的看法是，短期是跟中期哦，所以你要了解啊哦。All right, so again, Singapore market is pretty weak, okay, and the price is still hovering near the support level, okay, 3180, okay, 3180. And next thing, we take a look S&P 500, right? So S&P 500 is still pretty strong, although the market is considered overbought. Okay, the market is considered overbought. 所以 market 美国现在的市场是属于这个超买区 ，alright? It's considered overbought, alright? But the price is still never drop. It's just a matter of time, okay? Because market will go up and will go down. Okay, it's just a matter of time, but the market have not found any bad news, so that's why the price didn't drop lah. So later, when there is a what we call that reporter, okay, come out with a bad news, then maybe the US market will begin to take profit. But as of now, okay, it's still pretty strong. But like what I suggest to every one of you, please be careful. Profit taking may happen anytime soon. Reason is because the market is already overbought. The market is already overbought. All right. So profit taking may happen anytime soon, or you may adjust your stop loss higher, or you may adjust your stop loss higher. All right. So we can see that they are hitting the resistance as compared to the previous, previous high, right? So like what I mentioned, US market was bottoming in October, and since then they break through the 200-day moving average, and that's why they are entering a bull market, and then they begin to move. Okay, so I also talk about what we call that US will not enter recession, if you still remember. All right, and I also talk about US market will be in the bull run in 2023. Do you still remember that? 所以很多东西你们已经忘了哦，让我提醒你哦。我也是有跟大家分享过，美国不会进入这个经济崩盘或者是经济衰退哦。我也是有跟大家分享过之前的研讨会，还有我也是跟大家分享过今年会是美国的牛市，你还记得吗？很多朋友已经忘记了，让我提醒你好不好？ Okay, so that is why every week when you come back to this webinar, you will benefit. Okay, you will benefit because stock market they keep changing every day. So if you come back every week, at least you get the latest information from me so that I can share with you how the market is going to move. Okay, what is the situation right now? Okay, can get. All right, so S&P 500 is overbought. My suggestion to you is that if you are still holding on the position, you either take some profit, reduce the position a bit, or you set your stop loss higher. Okay, you set the stop loss higher. All right, then followed by Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq 是科技指数，美国科技指数。This is the strongest index so far. Okay, because Nasdaq component has been dropping aggressively last year. Okay, aggressively last year, and similarly in October, I also point out that US market is going to bottom, and then since then the market continued to rebound. Okay, but however, there was a pullback in January. All right, in January, but then the Nasdaq component continued to rebound strongly. All right. So if you look at the Nasdaq component, it looked like it break through. Okay, it break through. So it means the Nasdaq component is very strong. Okay, it's very strong, although it's currently in the overbought zone. Okay, remember 股票会上就会下有一句名言就是说，你会买是徒弟，你会卖才是师傅，所以就看你这一次会不会卖你这一次有卖的话，请让我知道。Okay, so what I mean is that market they will go up and go down because every one of us the objective in investment is different. Some people they want to take profit, some people they want to trade short term, and you want to hold long term. And then when the market is overbought, profit taking may happen anytime soon. All right, so my suggestion to you again, remember to set your stop loss higher, okay, or you may sell or take profit slowly. Okay, you can take profit slowly. All right, so if you look at the what we call that let me see okay, if I use the RSI indicator that we have learned, okay, RSI indicator basically hitting more than 70%. All right, so when it hit more than 70%, so when it hit more than 70%, chances are we will pull back. It will hit 70%, chances are it will pull back. So this time it hit 70%, there is a chance for it to pull back. Okay, so this is based on technical point of view. All right, so everyone know, okay, now US market is in the bull run, right? But okay, if you are playing short term, okay, that is fine. Okay, 所以如果你是虽然它是进入这个超买区如果你是做短期的话是 OK 的就是说你 比如说好像昨晚的话，有一些小股在跑，所以昨晚的话，你有买到小股的话，其实你是可以当天卖出的。OK，所以这个是短期的做法，因为股票它已经太热了。OK，it's very hot. Alright. So it might not be suitable for you to buy now, to hold for a while, not that suitable. But you want to buy, you can do short term. 如果你要做短期的话，会比较适合啦。现在，因为我们不知道它几时会，就是说回调或者是调整。OK，虽然我们大家都知道说它已经进入这个超买区了。All right, so that's my view. Okay, then next we look at the Hong Kong index. All right. So Hong Kong index is interesting. I think the buyer interest is coming back. Okay, the buyer interest is coming back. So if you still remember, last 2 weeks I talked about Hang Seng Index when everyone is disappointed with Hang Seng market because they has been dropping previously, but this few days they actually went up. Okay, they went up. It shows that the buyer interest has coming back. Okay, this few days. All right, especially this candlestick. Especially this candlestick up by 700 points. So this is actually telling us the buyer interests are coming back slowly. All right. 所以恒生指数的话你还记得在2个星期之前2个星期前我跟大家说恒生 index 是就是说很多人失望，你知道吗？很多人觉得没有希望了。OK， 上2个星期，所以我就跟大家分享说有一个就是说你可以做一些东西相反的。当有人对这个股市没有希望的时候你去买进比较好的公司，其实这个做法并不是说100%但也是可以赚一些钱。为什么呢？因为你可以看到当这个恒生指数跌很多的时候 ，OK， 很多人就是对于这个恒生股市没有希望的时候，它就开始反弹。你可以看到吗 ？Right? So this is what I mean. When a lot of people feel that Hong Kong market has no hope, that is when the market will rebound. You get what I mean? So it's a bit special for Hong Kong market because most of the investors are from the mainland China. So the mainland China mentality is different from a Western investor. All right. So if you want to buy Hong Kong stock, then you must use a bit different strategy 了 OK， 所以香港股市的话，我觉得这个蜡烛告诉我们说其实有庄家在进场有庄家在进场，所以你可以开始注意这个香港的股票。All right, that's my view for index. Okay, so SDI is still weak. Okay, and Hong Kong possible rebound. Okay, S&P 500 is overbought. Okay, Nasdaq is also overbought. Okay, so these two profit taking may happen, or you may do short term. Right? So Hong Kong, you may accumulate good company. So this is a summary. Okay. Next, okay, the index, the stock, okay, the stock remain unchanged, all right, because Singapore market is a bit stagnant right now. Okay, and like what I mentioned, my favorite is still the bank company, although bank company may having a correction, but is give us an opportunity to accumulate lah. All right. So personally, I like Singapore Bank because Singapore Bank is still considered the best bank in the world. Okay. So every time when they have a correction in the bank, you might want to consider to accumulate. Okay. So that's what I mean. We take a look Yang Zijiang first. All right. So Yang Zijiang. Yang Zijiang. Right. So basically, Yang Zijiang look like the buyer are coming back. Okay. Look like the buyer are coming back. All right. And previously it has pulled back. Okay. And then when the price touches the support level, it begin to rebound. Okay. When the price touches the support level, it begin to rebound. I think Yang Zijiang still have potential. Reasons because that the stock price is still considered uptrend. Okay. So previously was having a correction. Okay. Previously was having a correction. So until recently, when the price break through the downtrend line, it showed that the buyer interest has coming back. 所以这个杨子江的话，我觉得最近有买家买进了因为之前它是有这个调整的状况之前之前是有调整的状况，然后最近它是突破这个trend line 突破这个 trend line 的意思是说，就是说有买家开始进来 ，OK， 有买家开始进来推这个股票的价格上去，然后它就在就是说回调一些到了这个这个 support level 它就反弹 ，OK，so it's quite an interesting stock. It look like the stock is still positive, alright. So you can actually continue to watch this what we call that Yang Zijiang, okay. I think still got potential. And followed by Keppel DC. Keppel DC. So what happened to Keppel DC? Okay, recently Keppel DC also pulled back a little bit, right? So the Keppel DC is pulling back a little bit, but if you look at the price, I think still got potential. Okay, as long as the price can stay above $2, okay, still $2. 所以我个人认为的话 ，Keppel DC 还是有潜能 ，OK。最重要，它没有跌破这个2块钱了这个2块钱是一个很重要的 support level，right？ So if the price can still stay above $2, I think still got potential, right? Because the previous high was so the previous high was somewhere around $2.70, right? So as of now, the price is only around $2 plus, okay? So the price was pulled back from $2.24. So still got great potential, and then followed by Sembcorp Industry, Food and Fire, Delfi, and Top Glove. So Sembcorp Industry 的话，不用多解释 ，OK？ 这个股票的话，我从去年讲到现在 ，OK？ 如果你有买的话 ，OK？ 请type yes 好不好？还有可以给我一个很 good 的 testimonial 吗？ So if you bought this stock, okay, let me know. All right, if you can, please type some good testimonial in the chat room. All right, because I talked about this stock since last year. So every time when they pull back, I did mention, okay, for you to buy, okay, especially the price when the price pull back and touches the moving average. And since then, okay, the price keep going up, okay, like moving up. Okay, the step， 所以它好像之前也是解释过它好像是走楼梯的状况，你知道吗 OK， 所以它的股票一直上涨，不停的上涨，不停的上涨。OK， 所以到目前为止来说，它没有这个有跌幅的状况，它没有这个跌幅的状况。OK， 反而它一直涨。OK， 所以每一次它回调，或者就是每一次它横盘的话，其实是一个机会买入。OK，right。So I think still got great potential because this year Sembcorp industry is still the best company. Okay, still the best company, right, in Singapore. Okay, and Food Empire Delfi, Top Glove, Food Empire a bit weak, right? So Food Empire begin to turn weak, right? Because the price actually break below the 50-day moving average now. So when it break below 50-day moving average, you have to be careful already. Maybe the trend may change from uptrend to downtrend, maybe, unless the price rebound and break above the 50-day moving average. 所以这个 Food Empire 的话，其实它有这个出现这个跌幅的状况。为什么呢？它的价格已经开始跌，就是说跌低过这个50天平均线，意思是说它的状况并不太好了，因为有人开始在卖出 ，OK， 除非它的价格反弹，反弹，就是说它反弹回去这个50天平均线的上面 ，OK， 那就可以看回。现在的话，有可能它是在开始进入这个有可能会进入这个调整的状况了所以如果你们之前有买的话，其实可以慢慢的放掉可以慢慢的放掉 ，right， 可以吗？因为它已经涨了很多 ，so it already went up 130%, so it's normal when the price pull back, okay, and it looked like the seller have been selling, okay, has been selling, all right, they are selling slowly, okay, unless the price break above the 50-day moving average, then we can re-enter, but so far it's still below the 50-day moving average, okay, so you have to be careful a little bit, and followed by Delfi. So Delfi is the same sector like Food and Fire. So Delfi also is pulling back, right? Pulling back, okay? So the support level, I think, is $1.20. Okay, the support level is $1.20. So you can see that food sector is turning weak right now. The food sector is turning weak because the food sector has been running aggressively since last year. All right, so it's time for them to take a rest. Okay, so it's time for them to take some rest before you look at this one. The next thing is a Top Glove. Top Glove. So why why Top Glove in my watch list? Reason is because that they are recovering, okay, and the price is actually turning around, okay, because the low was 20 cents. Since then, the price break through the 200-day moving average, and then they keep going up and pull back, going up and pull back. All right. So it means that the buyer also begin to notice this stock, so that's why they begin to play this stock. 所以我的意思是说，这个 Top Glove 之前它的低点是在2毛。OK， after that 过后，它从2毛突破这个200天的平均线。当它突破了这个200天的平均线就是很多买家就开始注意这个股票你可以看到他们可以推到3毛6，然后再推下来。所以意思是说，有炒家已经开始就是说看中这个股票了但是你还是要谨慎一点啦因为为什么呢？你可以看到它跌的时候，它也是跌很多。Okay, so when it drop, they also drop a lot. All right, when they go up, okay, when the price go up, they also go up a lot. Okay, So may not be suitable for everyone, maybe suitable for a professional trader. 所以如果你是比较专业的有这个技巧或技能的话，其实你可以考虑Right? Then followed by bank stock. Okay, bank stock, OCBC, for example. So bank stock, OCBC can consider strong because they didn't drop much as compared to DBS and UOB. So the OCBC is considered one of the strongest bank. If you still remember when the price dropped near the moving average, I did mention to buy. 你们还记得吗？当初那个时候在3月中的时候，这个 OCBC 有跌回到差不多11块7毛的时候，我有开始叫你们进场，你们还记得吗？ Right? So since then the price actually moved up, and then 过后这个价格没有什么跌，所以证明说这个 OCBC 的股票是蛮强的啦。如果是 compare with 这个 UOB 跟这个UOB 跟这个DBS, okay? UOB 跟这个 DBS, right? And UOB, right? So UOB is very obvious. The price is hovering near the resistance. Okay, the price is actually hovering the near resistance. It means that the price is reluctant to drop. Okay, the price is actually reluctant to drop, but the price is actually sloping down. So it's like having a correction. 银行短期的话，他们是在这个调整中短期啦。And right now, because the performing sector is not in the bank, okay? Last year was the best performing sector. Bank was the best performing sector. So this year maybe is a technology sector. 所以你可以看到风水是轮流转的有可能是今年，有可能是银行在休息它会让这个科技股在跑 ，right? And then DBS, right? So DBS actually dropped the most, okay? And then there was a very huge candlestick, bearish candlestick. A lot of investors are selling, right? So that's why the price is still below this 200-day moving average. So DBS also entering the correction, okay, which I think is normal, right? So, but like what I mentioned, personally, I like Sembcorp Bank. So in any case, if there is a pullback or having a correction, you can always buy in the stages, okay? You can accumulate in the stages if you want to, right? Okay, so this for bank. Keppel Corp, how does it do? Okay. Keppel Corp. So Keppel Corp also turning weak recently, all right? Keppel Corp is also turning weak recently, but there was a huge volume on this day, right? It looked like people are buying to support the price, okay? So if the price can stay above $6.30, I think still got chance to rebound. Okay, because $6.30 is the first support level, right? If the price can stay above $6.30, I think still got chance to rebound. Okay, so maybe they are resting. Okay, 所以有可能这个 Keppel Corp 是在休息当中了因为为什么呢？因为之前也是好了很多，也是涨了很多。那从2022年就开始涨了 ，OK， 所以如果它有跌回的话是 normal 了是 normal， right？ 所以是有可能是迟早的事，OK， 所以你要注意一下 ，right？ 所以如果你之前有买在低点的话，我觉得还是 OK， 因为我个人的看法，现在今天的讲法是比较短期跟中期的观点，好不好 ？And followed by SIA. So no doubt SIA because of the good earning. So I talked about SIA since last year also. When the market is opening, when China is open up, which sector will be benefited. Okay, I name 2 sectors. Okay, one is aviation, the other one is retail, which is food lah. So that's why I can catch Food Empire and Delfi, and then the other one is aviation SIA. OK， 所以你还记得吗？去年我有跟大家分享过哈，当这个中国开放了过后，会有2个这个板块会看好，第一个就是航空公司，第二个就是这个retail investor 了哦。所以如果你从去年开始买进这个航空公司的股票，恭喜你了。哦，如果你有买到 SIA 的话，你让我知道，在这个评论区那边type yes 好不好？然后给一个很好的 testimonial，OK，所以让我就是说给我多一点力量，好不好？给我多一点力量 ，Alright。So you can see that very obvious SIA is considered overbought. OK, so SIA 也是就是进入这个超买区了哦。所以它的dividend是会在8月1号，所以你注意一下，dividend 8月1号，有可能 dividend X day 当天是会跌一些了哦。But the fact is that SIA is overbought. Okay, profit taking may happen. If not, the price may move in sideways for a while. Okay, before before they move the other directions. Right. So previously, you can see that after price went up, the price went into the correction mode. They went into the correction mode before the price shoot up, right? So if you look at the price right now, okay, so actually it's considered overbought. Okay, pretty obvious it's considered overbought, right? But I think still got potential. Okay, maybe the price may have a correction. Sorry, maybe the price may taking some rest. Okay, 有可能它会休息一下子，或者是一阵子再来推上去因为我觉得啦航空公司还是有潜能的，因为毕竟很多人还是喜欢出国我也是知道说你们也是很喜欢出国，所以航空公司有可能今年还是会有继续的潜能 ，alright， followed by SAPS. Okay, so SAPS recently sell down because of the earning. Okay, earning due to the cash due to the earning announcement, the cash was used to buy the other company, right? And the cash was used to buy the other company, I think is only one time case. So that's why when the price drop like this, right, is actually considered attractive 所以它的股价跌是因为之前它的业绩报告显示说它的现金流拿去买这个公司了所以这个可能是一个短暂性的就是跌幅当然如果你看现在的话这个价钱其实是算便宜了算便宜如果你是跟之前的高点来比的话2块9毛它从2块9毛跌到2块半虽然你可以看到之前的低是2块3毛半，所以如果你本身是忍不住手痒，或者是你的钱多的话，其实你可以买一点先，OK，你买一点先如果它有跌的话，你再买进了，买回了所以你不需要一直过买到完你可以慢慢的进场毕竟的话，我相信大家 SAP 你也是知道这个是一个好公司，有可能它需要时间来消耗他们的生意的策略一旦他们有这个盈利进来的话，它的股价当然是会反弹了所以现在这个价钱的话，其实是算便宜如果你觉得它还会跌的话，你可以买进少许先如果有跌的话再买进right? So this is Singapore stock. Okay, US stock, no doubt, NVIDIA. Okay, Nvidia also overbought, right? So if you bought Nvidia also, let me know. If I, yes, in the chat room, and then give me some good testimonial so that your testimonial can help other people, not just for me. All right. 所以如果你的这个testimonial 可以给到很多人的力量的话呢，其实你可以帮到很多人了哦。所以你不要吝啬你们的 testimonial，这个 testimonial 你一定要给，因为你会帮到人哦。如果你帮到人的话，你也是会帮到自己，明白吗？So Nvidia actually also overbought, all right? Basically, like what I mentioned, profit taking is happening. It's very obvious. Profit taking is happening. Okay. So again, if you want to buy now, everything is so expensive, obviously. All right. But you want to do short term is okay because you must know when to sell. All right. But if you want to buy now and hold for a while, then you might want to wait first. OK，所以我个人认为的话，美国市场进入这个超买区了，market 很 hot。虽然你可以看到它是每天有上，可是哦，你要了解说，当它下的时候，有可能你会来不及。所以 that's why 我说你玩短期会是比较好了。现在的状况，当然如果你是要买来收一阵子的话，我个人认为的话，你还是等先哦。你可以先看这个香港的先，因为香港的刚刚有起步 ，all right， 刚刚有起步 ，OK，so that's what I mean，all right。And AI, okay, so this is a high risk stock because right now, everyone is talking about AI. So that's why the AI stock is shooting up aggressively, all right? So this is considered a very high risk stock. They can go down 50%, they can go up 100%, all right? But if you have the skill that you learn from me through the price action, you can know when should be entered. All right, the best time to enter is still here. Right, the best time to sell is here. Right, so that's why you must learn how to use price actions for the stock that is begin to move. You get what I mean? 可以吗？ Right, so these are some of the AI stock. And for Hong Kong market, okay, I talked about Trip.com last week. Okay, Trip.com last week. Right, why? Because it's the volume, the buyout volume is very huge. Okay, last week, right? So that's why you can see the price actually kept up strongly. Okay, Trip.com is tourism sector. When the industry, when the aviation or the airline industry is booming, and Trip.com may benefit, right? So that's why you can see the buyout volume is very huge as compared to the previous volume. And right, and then Ping An. I also talked about Ping An last week because Ping An, the price was hitting the support level. Right, was hitting support level, and then the price began to rebound, and now we are hitting the resistance as well. Right, so at the end of the day, you must find the right stock to apply the price action. You cannot use your own stock to apply the price action because I do not know what stock that you are buying. Okay, if you are buying downtrend stock, then price action may not be suitable for you to use it for a buying strategy, right? So these are the stocks, okay, that I still have in my watch list, right? So what about your stock? 所以你们的股票呢？请让我知道一下你的股票。Right. Rock next. All right. Let me see. Pronex 我们先看 Pronex 先呢。Right. So what happened to Pronex? Pronex is pulling back, okay, after the what we call that huge spike up, okay, after the huge spike up, okay, then the price go back to a correction mode. 所以 Pronex 的话，虽然它是在这个上升趋势的状况 ，OK， 你要了解说股票有上就有跌，所以那时候它涨到1块2毛4的时候 ，OK， 其实我有通知我的客户啦，如果你是我的客户有户口在我们这边的话，我们有通知1块2毛4的时候，你应该卖出哦，因为它是很不寻常的就是说，从这个低点1块钱跑到1块2毛4是不很正常的，所以当天的话你应该卖出，所以我们有提醒了我们的客户在1块2毛4的时候卖出，所以如果你没有在当天卖出的话，它明天或者是隔天它就开始大跌。So what I mean is that when the price shoot up aggressively, okay, from $1 to 24%, it's a very obvious due to the speculations. So you must, be rational to take profit, right, before the price sell down the next day. So like what I explained to everyone just now, if you are our client, we did send out the, what we call that, telegram, to alert our client to take profit when the price hit $1.24. So if you have the trading account with us, then you'll get these notifications, right? But now the price is still weak. I think they are pulling back maybe few days, okay? Maybe few days when the price touches the moving average, they may rebound again. So you might want to continue to monitor, okay? You might want to continue to monitor. So next thing, okay, again, before I go further, I want to apologize to everyone first if I cannot talk about your stock, okay? Because there are too many stocks, I'm going to randomly choose one. So apologize again if I cannot cover your stock. Yeah, Shaming, thank you for your support. Right. Tesla, okay, we take a look Tesla, right? TSLA. TSLA. Right. So Tesla is moving up quite nicely, right? And the price also break above the 200-day moving average. So moving forward, I'm not sure, will the price pull back a little bit before they continue, because there is a support level somewhere here, right? So the support level, okay, maybe you can continue to monitor, right? Maybe the price may pull back somewhere around 208, right? 208 before they rebound again. So hopefully they will rebound, hopefully, all right, because the price has been downtrend for quite some time. So buyer interests are coming in because the tech sector are booming right now, and Tesla may be benefit, right? So I think still got potential, still got great potential, right? Because Tesla is one of the popular stock, okay? So this is my view, right? Baba, okay? Baba. So how do you think, Baba? All right. So Baba, this few days also went up, all right, and look like the price is quite interesting. Okay. So when look like the price is interesting is because there is a W pattern. Can you see the W pattern? Right. So got chance to rebound, okay, because the Hang Seng Index, like what I explained to every one of you, the buyer begin to coming back into the Hang Seng market or Hong Kong market. So that's why you can see some of the company like Baba, there was buy up recently, okay. So based on the chart pattern, there was a W pattern which is quite popular. So once the W pattern break out, okay, maybe the momentum may continue lah, okay, maybe, right? Nothing is 100%, right? So interesting, okay, Hong Kong market, because Hong Kong market, when they are coming, when the buyer are coming in to buy, they will buy aggressively. They will not allow you to coming in easily. Like previously, can you see that? When they were coming in, right, they push up the price strongly, okay, and they make you difficult to buy. Can you see that? It's very difficult to buy. All right. So when they sell, they also sell aggressively. All right. So this is a Chinese mentality lah. Because right now most of the investors are still come from the mainland China. So the foreign investor is not buying yet because the relationship between China and US is not that good lah. So that's why the US investor are still not coming in. So most of them, the buyer who bought the Hong Kong share are from the mainland China. So the mainland China are all from Chinese. So the Chinese mentality is different. So they want to make quick money sometimes. So that's why they push up the price aggressively. When they sell, they also sell aggressively lah. So you have to understand the characteristic of the Hong Kong market. Okay, you have to get ready first. All right. So Baba got chance. Okay, Baba got chance. Right. Let me push up the PDD. Okay. PDD. Right. So PDD is a Chinese stock. Okay. Listed in US. And also rebound strongly. Look like the price is begin to turn around. Okay, look like the price is begin to turn around, right? After having a correction, okay, after having a correction. So basically this area, it look like the buyer interests are coming in as well, right? If the price can break above the 200-day average, then the buyer may be more aggressive to push up the price, right? So you can see the price is pretty volatile this few days, right? With the high volume, okay, with a very high volume here. You see that when the price gap up. So this actually gives us a positive sign, okay, positive sign that the buyer are coming in, okay. But the crucial part is that when are you going to buy? That's the crucial part, okay. So just keep monitor, all right. But like what I mentioned, got potential because after correction, it seemed like the buyer are coming back to this stock, right? Genting Singapore, okay. Genting Singapore is not performing well. I did explain last month, okay, why. Okay, I did explain last month. Okay, after have great run, after great run, okay, the price begin to pull back, okay, with aggressive sell down. Can you see the candlestick here? All right, so the sell down is very aggressive. So that's why I did ask those who bought, like try to reduce position or to get out of these stocks, right? Because the seller is not small. The seller is a big seller. Okay, it can be an institution are selling. So that's why you can see the price keep selling down and break below $1, which is not a good sign. Okay, which is not a good sign. All right. But we'll see how, okay, when the price touches the 200-day moving average, we'll see how, right? And followed by Thai beverage. Okay, Thai beverage. So Thai beverage also near the support level. Okay, if you want to buy can, you want to accumulate can, accumulate, all right? So now is the best price to accumulate if you want to. But you must know when to sell, okay? Because every time when you hit somewhere around 70 cents, the price begin to pull back, all right? So as compared to the previous one, all right? So yeah. So the price is moving in a sideways, okay? So this time the price 55 or 54.5, I think is opportunity, but you need to hold for a while because Singapore market a bit slow, all right? So you need to be prepared if you buy, all right? If you want to buy, you need to be prepared. AMD, okay, AMD also overbought, okay? Very popular stock, right? So as of now, the price is overbought, all right? Last night, they rebound, okay? Like what I mentioned, if you want to do short-term, can, okay? So here is a support level, 116, right? So you can see last night, they rebound strongly, okay? So today, it depends on the performing of the US market, okay? It depends, all right? But like what I mentioned, tech stock still got great potential. It's just a matter of time when are they going to pull back. Okay, right now it's not considered pullback. Okay, so that's why I say if you want to buy, you have to be careful. Try to do short term, okay, instead of buying for a bit longer time frame. So if you ask me, I prefer to wait for more pullback. Okay, if you ask me, I would prefer to wait for more pullback before I buy in, right? So it's a popular stock. Okay, Citrium. Citrium. So how do you think about Citrium? Kema Citrium, all right. So Citrium, I think recently XGX just announced that they are going to include Citrium in the what we call that? Is it index? Am I correct? So they will pull out the Keppel DC and then they'll put in the Citrium, okay, based on the market cap, all right. So if you look at the price, it's not moving yet, okay. It's like maybe they are still waiting for the buyer to coming in, all right. So that means if you want to buy, okay, you need to wait for a while first. Reason is because that the price is still below this 200-day moving average, all right? So if you ask me, I would prefer the price stay above 200-day moving average, okay? So currently a bit tricky right now, okay? So you may want to wait for a while first. C09. And followed by Unity Software, C09. C09 is obviously downtrend. Usually I will avoid property stock right now is very obvious due to the cooling measure. So now this year may not be a property sector, especially the city debt. So I will avoid this stock, all right, temporarily, okay, because there are many attractive stock. So you have to understand 所以你要看整体来说，其实有很多其他优秀的股票所以如果你买到这只股票的话，因为 cooling measure 嘛，所以你买到这只股票的话，它不走，然后你又把钱放进去这边的话，但是你看到其他的股票在走的话，所以你是会心比较痒的心会比较痒一点。So that's why when you choose the stock, you must choose the right stock. All right, you must choose the right stock. Choose the stock that is that has the buyer interest. All right, but obviously the stock is very weak. Okay, it seems like no buyer has the interest. No buyer has the interest. All right, so you might want to, you might want to skip this stock first. All right, or if you intend to buy for long term, maybe you can. Okay, but if you ask me, it's quite a boring stock to be honest with you, 会比较 boring 的股这个会是比较 boring 的股票 ，alright? So that's why you need to decide okay? Unity software, okay? Unity software. So you can see, I think most of you notice US technology stock is coming back, all right? Previously, what we call that, previously you can see most of the US stock that went up a lot has begin to recover, okay? Has begin to recover. So it's quite an interesting, what we call that, a situation. And if you look at the price right now, okay, buyer are coming back, okay. When the price was 210, okay, that's a lot, okay. It went down how many percent? 88%, right? 88%, okay. So you can see that buyer are coming in recently with the volume. So with the volume, right? So again, tech stock has the great potential, okay? So, but however, if you want the price, the momentum, they must break through the resistance first, 41.43 or maybe 42, right? So if the price can break through, okay, if the price can break through, then I think the momentum will be coming back for this stock. All right, so as of now, it looked like buyers are coming in, but now a bit tricky, okay? But the real buyer coming in is after when the price break through. All right, and okay, so I will choose randomly. All right, AK Medical, we check AK Medical. AK Medical breakdown, the moving average, okay, the price is hovering there, okay. How do you think? How do you think? Okay, if you ask me personally, I would prefer for the price to break above the moving average first. If you ask me personally, but if you want to take risk, then you can accumulate, all right? But make sure you set a stop loss here. Okay, you want to take risk, you can buy, but you must set a stop loss. Okay, just below the low of the candlestick, right? Because why? Because the price is actually breaking below the moving average. right? Although the price look attractive, but you still need to be careful. Okay, ma? Baba descending triangle down. Baba descending triangle down. Is it? Can you check now? Baba descending triangle. Descending triangle. Yeah, it looked like descending triangle. Look like this, right? But like what I mentioned is like a W pattern. Can you see that? TTD. So TTD is a cloud sector. So cloud sector also coming back, right? So previously was the low was $40, okay, and the price managed to rebound strongly. So we can see that price is actually entering overbought zone, okay, but the price is going up slowly. So it means that buyers are coming back for this stock as well, for this sector. So it's quite interesting because a lot of stock that went down a lot, they are coming back right now. They are coming back right now. Okay. Another stock is like HubSpot. Right, you see that? 所以这只股票是美国股啦，然后 HubSpot 的话也是跟这个 cloud 有关系，所以很多 cloud sector 的股票它开始跑上去 ，right？ So you can see that previous time was 800， 所以美国股票如果你有操作的话，那其实可以上到800块 ，right？ 之前的低是在差不多256 ，okay？ Previous high was 885, right? So this stock is very strong. Okay? You can see it didn't pull back aggressively, pull back a little bit, right? So you can consider if you want to, right? Although it's expensive, but in terms of the percentage you make is still the same, right? The most important thing is choose the right stock. Okay, so this is one of the momentum stock that you can consider because the buyer is quite generous because you can see it's a quiet trend. They buy slowly, right? And still got great potential. Previous high is 888, right? GE. I think talk about GE last week, right? Yeah, GE is quite another stock, okay, higher uptrend, right? So yeah, obviously US market is entering bull market right now. 就好像我之前讲的，从去年讲到现在，就是从10月份开始就讲美国低点是在10月的时候，去年10月的时候。Then after that, OK， 那就开始跑，1月份就开始跑。所以1月份开始跑，OK， 跑到现在 ，OK， 这只股还是没有，right？ So there are many stocks actually. Okay, so US is already entered the bull market, which I already explained last time. Okay, 所以你们可以回顾一下如果你们有写下来，我之前讲了什么东西 ，OK， then 回顾一下你会学到的。So if you can review what I have teach you previously, and it happened right now, so it will help you to relearn, right? And payment. So that is for stock analysis. Okay, so let us move on. Okay, let us move on All right, so what is the suggestion for 2023? Okay, ignore the news, agree on it. All right, you can see the debt living, right? The war, okay, the interest rate, right? The inflation. So all these news are entertainment, which I still spend my time to explain to you because of entertainment. Okay. But at the end of the day, like what I explained to everyone of you, please ignore the news and look at the chart and use the price action to identify the stock. So use price action because the intention is to buy when the stock begins to move. Right? Buy when the stock begins to move. So that's why we use buy action. Right? And then what happens is that by looking at the chart to identify when is the entry point. It can be near the bottom. It can be when the price begins to break through. Right? So the intention is that when you use price action, you don't want your money to be stuck. So a lot of the problem that come from the retail investor is because they always read the bad news. 所以很多散户他的问题我知道就是说很喜欢听新闻啊，看报纸啊，听其他的人讲啊，或者是他的朋友在讲哦。如果你有一天不看新闻的话，有可能你会进步很多。OK， 为什么呢？我们做股票呢，其实我们要用的就是说，跟其他人的做法不一样 ，right？ So if you are what we call it a normal person, a very logical person, then it's very difficult for you to make money in the stock market, right? You have to become abnormal, okay? Abnormal, all right? When people are selling, okay, maybe it's a chance for you to buy. When people are buying, maybe it's a chance for you to take profit. Okay, you have to do a different way because you have to understand the stock market is designed in such way that to make majority of the people to lose money. Okay, only minority of the people make money. 所以我想到那你们就是说，股票是它是设计，就是说它的设计就是这样。它会让很多人会赚钱，少数的人赚钱。它的设计就是这样的，然后所以你要谨慎，所以你要学习跟从这个And what is price action? Actually, price action, like what I mentioned, is that they will help you to identify when to buy near the bottom, okay, and buy when the price begins to move. So that we don't want our money to be stuck, so that we use price actions. All right. So again, why we use price action so that we can spot the chart pattern. Like for example, the stock may move in the symmetrical triangle and the spike up again, then we buy. Okay. Human also have the pattern. Okay. Human when they are happy. Okay. So we can talk, joke with them, right? But when they are sad, then make sure you avoid them. So that is for human face, all right? For stock market, the chart, okay, is the pattern that for us to identify whether to buy or sell. 所以如果你看人类的脸的话，有哭脸，还有开心的脸。其实图表也是有一样的，图表会显示说是买进或者是卖出。OK， 为什么呢？因为图表会告诉我们是真正的数据。The data is real when you look at the chart, alright？ 很多人他不相信因为什么呢？他以为看图表是假的。But in fact, when you look at the chart is actually showing you the real data. So if you're not looking at the real data, where are you looking for the info? Are you looking for the news? So like what I mentioned, the news is always manipulative, right? To make you confused. Only the data will help you to make the right decision. And right. So again, why price action? Price action will help you to identify when to buy. Okay? When the price is uptrend, when price pull back, then we buy so that we can improve our profit margin. 所以 price action 的话，其实它有包含过告诉我们几时买进，几时卖出，买什么股票 ，OK， 买几张，在哪里买，然后怎样找出更好的股票，那就是这个是一个重点，right? And they also show you when to sell when the price begin to pull back, when the price begin to show some weakness, so that you can sell as early as possible to avoid your profitable trade to become a losing trade. A lot of people, what they do is that initially they make money, but few months later they become losing money because they do not know how to sell. They do not know why they need to sell. All right. So never allow your profitable trade become a losing trade. Reason is because that they will affect your emotion, it will affect your confidence, right? So that's why I prefer price actions. So let me introduce you the 14 hours online training called price actions, which will be taught by me. Now, why is it online? Because you don't need to spend time to travel down to the home, to the town area to attend the class. You can attend this class in front of your computer at your home, in your room, conveniently, so that you can prepare your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, or tea break at your home. So that's why we still conduct this class through online, so that everyone can attend. 所以这个还是 online 的课程，为什么是 online 呢？因为你不用花你的时间去这个area 上这个课程原因是你可以在家里上这个课程，你可以 prepare 你的早餐、午餐还有晚餐，或者是tea break， 对，你就省了很多时间。所以的话，我们还是很愿意做 online 的。Now, a lot of people ask me, or they always think that price action is from short term. 很多人告诉我说，price action 听起来好像是短期的做法，其实不是。price action 其实是 cover 全部的那边。所以如果你做 long term 的话，你也是可以用 price action。如果你做 mid term 的话，你也是可以用 price action。如果你做 short term 的话，当然你也是可以用 price action， right？ 所以好处是什么呢？好处如果你有这个fundamental analysis 的 knowledge， 就是说你会看公司了。如果你 combine 这个 fundamental analysis with 这个 price action 呢 combine 加在一起的话 ，then 你就一条龙了。为什么呢？因为这个 fundamental analysis 或者是基本面告诉我们说要买什么公司好的公司，然后技术分析告诉我们说要在哪一个价位买进比如说这个股票上下，OK， 你要在哪里买进？不可能在高点的，所以是在这个低点买进的 ，right？ So if you can combine your knowledge, fundamental analysis with price action together, they will give you the high quality trade or investment, because fundamental analysis allow you to find out the best company to buy, and price action allow you to find out what is the best price to buy. So both actually complement each other greatly. And second thing is that for investment or trading, there are three elements. 所以如果你说股票的话，哈，投资股票的话，其实有分3种类似的。